This one. That's what we do. Caseta. Hey, what's going on, kid? There we go. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, cool. I think I turned the, yeah, I accidentally turned the microphone off. Anyway, I was saying, you said you had no motivation. I said, neither do I. But you got to get up and do this stuff anyway. Even if it's something small, little. I just grabbed this thing and I just picked up a chord. I just grabbed a chord and this is D minor and I'm just like messing around with it, going back and forth. All I've done is draw and eat so far. Well, that's good. I went to the store and so I don't drive by choice. I don't like driving. So I like to ride my bike and it's super hot where I am right now. Super hot outside. So I had to go up and do that anyway. I had to like literally talk myself into doing it. Really didn't want to do it, but I had to do it. So, and to be honest, I mean, I'm kind of glad I did. Um, had kind of a little small adventure on my own, you know. I listened to some music, some good music. And just got it done, you know. So I was very much looking forward to coming back and doing this live stream. I decided I wanted to do this live stream today on my webcam because yesterday I've been having some, I don't know what the heck it's been. Like last two times I've streamed, I think you were on yesterday too. Somewhere in between that stream, um, it like I guess it froze. I don't know. So I had to stop it, and I don't know if I think my phone, because my phone was low battery, I was charging it at the same time, and maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but we're here, out here doing it live again. Zechariah Studio, doing it live. We always do. Get my fingers moving. Get the blood moving on my fingers. What's your preferred kind of new? What's your preferred kind of noodles? What's up, Christiana? Are you feeling better? That noodles right there. I like these noodles right here. I like the spaghetti. Actually, I just bought some pasta. I went to the store I just got back from the store, and I got some fettuccine. I'm gonna make some fettuccine Alfredo. That's probably my favorite. Absolutely, probably hands down my favorite. Fettuccine is always win, bro. Yeah. I want to learn how to make pasta. What do you mean? You just boil it. That's easy. Oh, you mean make pasta? Yeah, I know what you mean. You like make it. Yeah. Not buy it from the store and then cook it. Anybody can cook it. Yeah. Dork. Total dork. On the webcam. Total dork. My dork fingers, my scrawny fingers. I put these things to work. Man, it's a weird angle. Maybe if I pushed it up a little. The chat is super small. I can't see it hardly. LOL. I was thinking yesterday how small that guitar looked next to you. It feels like old school YouTube camera angles. Yeah, this does for sure. Nothing fancy at all. Oh my gosh. This fella, what? This feels like old school YouTube. Oh yeah. Did you have fun yesterday? Um, yeah. I mean, I woke up and I was breathing, so I'm grateful for that, I suppose. Oh yeah, that thing. Nah, I didn't do that. Nah, I was going to do it. Uh, oh yeah. So you and this other gal, she was on my stream yesterday, and that stream, I think it was because I had my phone on the charger or something. There must have been some sort of interference, and I guess it froze up. I don't know. But all of a sudden, I was talking to people. I think I may have been talking to you. Yeah, I think so. And it just like I was getting no response. I was like, it said no view on it. So I was like, all right, well, time to go. And then that horror thing was it was like a horror trivia thing and a costume contest thing for a local place, right? But they also had vendors and got to work on that short-term memory. Yeah, me. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been struggling lately. I don't know what the hell. I need some alpha brain or something. What do they call that? Alpha memory or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm losing it. I'm slipping, dude. But the horror thing was not really my cup of tea. I thought it may have been, but then I was kind of looking into it a little bit more, and I thought, nah, not really. And yeah, I'll level with you because you'll understand. You'll totally get it. A lot of demonic stuff going on over at those things. I forget sometimes as a Christian man, I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't need to be around all that, man. I don't need to be around all that energy. Now, the people I know, the family I know from the place that I represented, the Sanctum of Horror, those people are cool, but it was like I don't know. I felt kind of cheat, like a little bit miffed, because they had vendors there, and I'm a vendor, so I was kind of bummed that they didn't reach out to me and say, hey, why don't you vend for this thing? It's an event. I like picking up gigs like that, so I would have thought that they would have had my better, would have had my interest, but they didn't really. Maybe because it wasn't their thing, probably. But that whole scene, yeah, gotta use what? Got to use discernment. Yes, absolutely. Are you talking about Alex Jones supplement? Yeah. Get alpha brain. Yes, indeed. No, that was oh no, his thing was alpha brain is Joe Rogan. His Alex Jones was he was always super male vitality. That was his thing. Super male vitality. Best testosterone out there. Yeah. Yeah. Probably for the best. You didn't get called. It felt weird. Yeah. So like when I do those gigs, like even the one I did back in October, and like I like to vent, I like to meet new people and all that, socialize and stuff, but networking. But that's just part of me that's just like, yeah, there's a lot of demonic behavior going on. Like they had this one girl yesterday. I seen these highlights on their Instagram page, and it was a live feed highlight of it, and the one lady's on there, and she's like wearing, this uh, heavier set cowl, kind of, wearing something really not appropriate, and she's all talking about like just really nasty stuff, dude. And I'm like, and not like your typical like, I can take like a joke and stuff, but this was like, oh, come on, you don't get possessed and make out with your girl, I'm like, whoa, 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 hold on a minute. It just freaks me out. I don't. It's just it's a feast of freaks, really. It's a freak fest, and I try to like have a little bit of flexibility there. But yes, discernment. When my discernment kicks in, I'm like, yeah, no, that voice in your head that says, yeah, you don't need to be, yeah, yeah. So that was definitely present yesterday. Yeah, you get it. If you get it, you get it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They think it's a game. Yeah, yeah. So even though thinking it's kind of playful, and hey, it very well may be, but being a little bit more tighter with faith, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, let's not go worship the devil today. Yeah, so I put possible noodling on here. I'm just gonna noodle, dude. I'm not really even doing anything, just moving my fingers around. I'm not really caring today. My girl Caseta, she said she was having a hard time getting motivated. I said, so am I. So, but just the fact that you get up, you know, you just grab the thing and do it, or whatever you're doing, just get up and do it anyway. When I'm when I was chatting with Sunny, I joked about doing the metal uh, horns. Oh yeah, that's it. I'll do that. Yeah, dude. Metal, dude. Metal horns, bro. Uh, I used to be all about that too. I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Rock and roll, dude. Yeah, not really. Kind of lame. At least you're doing it. Yeah, exactly. 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 I was messing around with this chord here. This is a D minor chord, and I was going, and then I was inverting these two notes, these two notes, and then I would just invert them like that. And just going back and forth. I've been following this band. They're really popular right now, called Angine du Petrine. I think that's the American way of saying it. I'm not French. I can't speak the Frenchy. But they're called Angine de Petrine, and dude, they're really good. And I just saw a video. Somebody put some videos up of them in a previous band that they weren't wearing all their masks because Angine is a masked band, and these masks they cover their whole faces. You don't know who they are. Well, I just found out who they are. So they look exactly like who they are. They look like pretty cool guys. So that was kind of exciting. Cover blown, yes, totally. You'll have to send them to me. Oh, absolutely, dude. You would. I think Christiana, you would like Angine. I just call him Angine. 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 Angine de Poutine. Poitrine. I don't know. Poitrine. I can't say it. It's a good thing I'm not learning that French. You know, I think the best way to learn a language like that is to get with a French person. You know, get with a coach that's a French person. You know what I mean? Like any language too. Like my Mexican friends, if I pick up something, I've only ever learned Mexican phrases and stuff like that from Mexican people, and you know, doing that with them. Yeah, I'll check them out. Totally, dude. Totes my goats, dude. This is my go-to lick when I can't think of anything. I'll do this one. You know what? I would like to brush up and be better with Spanish as well. I mean, hardly any, and I can understand some phrases and stuff, especially when they're talking smack. Um, but being from Arizona in the Southwest, I think it'd be kind of important to learn that. But I really don't. I don't know. I'm not really in like. I'm not really like in construction or anything. Like most of my family, they always thought, yeah, they always told me, yeah, it's really important to learn Spanish when you're on the job and stuff, you know. But what'd she say? I used to work at McDonald's. I should have became fluent. Yeah, totally. I worked at McDonald's one time, Christiana. Um, I was only there for maybe 3 months, barely. That was a long time ago. That was like when I got back to Arizona from LA, probably within that first year or two when I came back. You on grill? Yeah, I was on grill, and cooking. Uh, any of these jobs, service jobs, I was always in the back, especially in those early years after MI. And then I actually was in front. Actually, that I take that back. It was a mix because I got a serving job. My first job when I came back was a serving job, and I liked that serving job. I got paid pretty well, tip wise. Serving wasn't. It was very hard work though. I was back drive and lobby. Oh man, yeah. I worked at Taco Bell um, on two different occasions, but the first time was probably 2013 ish, for like a year or two, maybe a year, and then I took a break for a few years after that, and then like in 2018, maybe 2018 when I moved back to Flagstaff, I took a job at Taco Bell, and I was only working morning shifts. Both times working Taco Bell were great, were absolutely great, and I think the people had a big, the people I was working with had a big impact on that because we all got along and we all ate a lot of food, and yeah, it was okay. It was okay, but I still was dying inside because I was like, man, I'm better than this. Yo, 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 I'm back, dude. Oh, that's Taro. Taro Milk. Yeah, what's up, dude? What's going on? Taro, I believe you're a she. Don't matter. I worked mornings too, yeah. What's up, dude? Um, those sort of jobs aren't bad as long as the crew is good. I'm saying, bro, for real. That's that's anywhere you work. I mean, the job I work now, I mean, the pay wise, it's no better than any fast food job, but it's not fast food. It's security for a music venue, and I actually enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. 90% of the time, I thoroughly enjoy it. That other 10% is has to do with just your basic work stuff with people and people you work with. What song am I playing? I'm not really playing any songs. Like I said in the caption, I'm just noodling, man. I'm not really. I was gonna practice, but you know what? I like to practice when my chat is kind of mild, and I only get like a couple people, and we're only kind of having I don't know. Sometimes when the chat is a little bit more low, I'll have time to concentrate. But I'm kind of in a talking mood today. I got a good friend in here, Christiana, OG, because she's OG, dude. And I believe Caseta Otter, she's one of my mods. She's in there too. So yeah, not really any. What? Yeah, I did. I definitely what? Take your gig now over fast food any day. Yeah, for real. But I also know that you just have to do what you have to do. And since because I've worked those places multiple times over the past 10, 15 years. Uh, I know what it's like. I know exactly what you're feeling, and that's why it's like when I see people get like disrespected badly at places like that, man, it's horrible, heart wrenching a little bit because those people don't work those jobs to you know to take all that. You know what I mean? Ignorant people. I don't know I don't know who's the dumber person is the one working behind the desk or the person that's, yelling at the person for actually coming into the store and eating that food, you know what I mean? Can't stand when people are rude. Yeah, it's just rudeness all over. Same with the theater, you know. We get people in there. Like last night we had this thing, bingo night, right? A lot of ladies there and stuff too. One lady was kind of tanked and she was wearing these heels that were like super, super long. They were like 8-inch heels, dude. They were massive. And she's clocking around on these things and she's wobbling around already and then she's drinking on top of it. She comes around the corner and she slips and falls, drops her drink. My guys come up there. I'm watching from upstairs. My guys come down there and they were like, "Nope, you're done. You're out of here." And she's like, "I just fell." So I kind of felt for her for a second, but then I was like, "Nah, no, I didn't really know the situation." Then this one dude tried to be a hero. Some white knight kind of pulled up and he, "Come on, man, give her a break, dude." And then they threw his ass out of there too. It was freaking hilarious. I used to have people tell me they'd prefer to come to McDonald's in the morning versus Starbucks because they enjoy starting their morning talking to me. Heck yeah, because you're cool to talk to. Yeah. Excuse me. Yo, play guitar too. What the heck? Who the heck is that? Hell, what? Hell Lady of. Wow, I can't say your full name. Hell Lady. Hello, lady. Damn, bro. Is that what? Damn, bro. Is that multi instrumentalist? Yeah, I play bass too. A little bit of drums, but I don't do that. I think that's the sort of job I want. Once I'm better, I have no clue. Later, Gator, send me the band. Send me the band. Yeah, Sand Dream Picture Train. Dream on that train. I'll send you this video that's circulating, getting them really popular right now. The first one I saw, and I was like, "Whoa, you'll like it. You'll love it." But you got to watch it from the beginning to the end. Don't skip around. They're great. All right, smell you later. I was just making something up right then. That sounds pretty cool. This is a chill thing. I don't need that metronome anymore. Yeah, let's make up a song, shall we? We're gonna do some writing songs today. I like this. I'm gonna have to go back and rewrite this. I don't know. What do you think, y'all? You think that's a cool song? I just made it up. I think it's rad. Oh, oh, holy Nikes, dude. Hell Lady. Thank you. Thanks, Hell Lady. You're awesome, lady. From Hell. Beatles? No, I don't know. I don't know too much Beatles. That's all I know. Come together. I should know more Beatles. I like Beatles. Oh yeah, my leg, my leg. Ouch. Yeah, same here. I like Beatles a lot. I just don't know much of their stuff. I don't know how to play most of their stuff. I've probably heard a lot of their stuff. But you know what? I take that back too. There's a lot of stuff I don't, because I'm not like a Beatles aficionado or anything, or connoisseur of that. It's just kind of old music. No disrespect. It's just old music. It's boomer music, bro. Just thought of them as your on acoustic. Yes, yes. Death metal is my usual jam. Hell yeah, bro. Cannibal Corpse all the way. I can't play no. I can't. Don't even ask. I'm not even. I can't even play that stuff. Not on acoustic guitar, bro. Come to think of it, I don't think Cannibal Corpse has ever had a acoustic song. I can't think of any. But I used to like Beatles back then. Yeah. Yeah. There's been some songs I've been. Was it I was screwed up. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, this feels like kind of I'm just a noodling today. I'm just noodling around. It's fun to just noodle, dude. Do you know Wasted Years? Oh, Iron Maiden. Hmm, I know that song. You could try that on acoustic. Yeah. Ooh, Wasted Years. I'll write that down. Iron Maiden. Heck yeah. I'll put that on the list. I used to know, wait, it's a bass song. Oh, shoot, what is it? I haven't played it in a long time. Oh my gosh. Shoot. That's it. That's it. I think that's it. I think that's Run to the Hill. That one. Yeah, Steve Harris, bro. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Steve Harris is. Mm. He was writing good bass lines back in the '70s, bro. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, if you know your Iron Maiden, then you know Steve Harris was Iron Maiden. Is Iron Maiden. Is. I got to see Bruce Dickinson last year at the theater I work at. It was awesome. It was with his band. I forgot his band name, but it was rad. It was great. That guy's like 80 years old or something like that. He's got all the energy of like a 12-year-old, bro. Yeah, he's a legend, bro. Also, he had the throat thing. Yeah, I remember, and he recovered very, very well. It was funny because he was really sensitive to our air conditioning. He was like, you know, one thing I can't stand is the fucking air conditioning. Turn the fucking air conditioning off. It was great. Ooh, I like this chord. This is cool. Let's move it up. Ooh, that's nasty, dude. That's all spacey. I like this chord. This chord is nasty with it. Magical. Yeah, dude, it's euphoric. Effervescent. Kind of know me? Yeah. In the land of the know me, know me. Let's move it up. Oh, shoot. Yeah, let's stick with the nasty, dude. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That's like it might be an augmented thing. It's these two notes. No, that's Locrian. That's a diminished thing. It is augmented. Yeah, because we have the extension. That's a 13, I think. And my music theory kicking in. I'm not the greatest at that, but try to figure it out. Sounds like some 80s RPG soundtrack, like Chrono Trigger on SMT, like that. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Chrono Trigger, that's tight though. Cool name. Be like one of those slapper dudes. I can't do any of that. I've never really tried, nor do I really want to. Some guys can do it really well. I'm not dogging them. Those are what? Jacoi? I don't know what Jacoi is. Enlighten me. I always thought this was one of the coolest chords too. Oh, Jocko E. Yeah, bro. I know what you're talking about now. Hell yeah, I know all. Yeah, I love Jocko Pastorius. Oh wait. Oh man, it's hard on acoustic. Yeah, Jocko, bro. Those little double notes, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Donna Lee on this thing. Hard on acoustic, bro. Everything's so small. Forgot what they're called. What? Double notes? Eighth notes? 16th notes? Ghost notes? Ghost notes. Yes, they're ghost notes. Yeah. The dead notes. Yeah. Dead notes, ghost notes. All right. Hold up. I'm going to put this down. Hold on. Hold up. Look, listen. Hold up. Get it down. Back a duty, baba, back a bad dude, da do. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my bass. Boom, bop, boom, back, 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 back. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can see me. There we go. It's better. A little bit better. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh my gosh. Angle sucks. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. I think that's all I really know. I used to know Donna Lee. That's hard, man. I got to go back and figure all that stuff out. That's really, really hard. Dude, I still want. What do you say? Dude, when I still had my 4 string bass, I burned the F out of my fingers. Tried to play Iron Maiden stuff. Never really get technical. Never really got technical or study nothing, but I want to. Yeah, you should, bro. It's a good thing. When I get another bass, yeah, get another bass and go over that stuff, dude. I mean, that's really all I do is I just try to hit the stuff I've learned, and then I noodle around and I try to write stuff, and then I can figure songs out. I've always been good at figuring songs out. Like I can either if I can see it, see it or mimic it or see it played from someone else, I can probably pick it up. But yeah, pretty much. I think that Iron Maiden one. I'm botching that, but something to that effect. Something to the effect of that. You did music, what degree? Like studied professionally? Yes, absolutely. We're going on about probably 17 years ago, 18 years ago now, probably almost something like that. I went to a college of music. That's how long ago. Crazy to think that that was that long ago. I studied bass at MI, Musicians Institute, um, for 2 years, I believe, close to it, barely 2 years, and I didn't graduate or anything, but I got a lot. I got a lot of training there. That's where I really got into Jaco Pastorius. I had heard of Jaco when I was a kid growing up and stuff, but I never really studied any of his stuff until I went to college, bro. And then I was schooled up on Jaco pretty good. Um, yeah, I have a lot of books and a lot of stuff. Yeah, Cliff Burton, dude. Yeah. What is it? Oh shoot, I always mess it up. Yeah. He studied classical much before Metallica. Yes, of course he did. Yes, yes, dude. Cliff Burton, really cool dude. It's hard to believe. Every time I think of Cliff Burton, I think of like how like far beyond his years he was as a player and as a man. He was only 23, 23 or 24 when he died. That's incredible to think of that. Very, very, very young. Barely, barely getting started, man. And yeah, from a freak accident, he would have to be 60 by now. Yeah, for sure. Just like the other guys. You know what's even like what blows my mind too is how they still remember him and how they think of him still as a brother and as a friend. When you're watching those interviews now of those guys, um, you know, Cliff Mart, what do you call him? Hetfield and Kirk and Lars. It's almost like I couldn't imagine like how their brains think. After all the brain cells they've burned, they still have memories of that guy and the impact they had on him. And it's just crazy to think that they're up there in age like that, and how many decades have passed since he's been gone. And and they're constantly reminded of that too because of people in interviews asking them and all that stuff all the time. So it's always fresh in their mind. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean, bro? It would just be sort of weird to think like that all the time. And like I can't like I'm kind of in the middle age wise. So yeah, there's some people like I knew in high school I don't talk to anymore, but they're still alive. You know what I mean? They're I can't think of really anybody. Actually, there is one person that he made a major impact on me. He's been gone 10 years now, which is hard to believe. He was my old bass teacher. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, people who passed away generally get forgotten by the others so quickly. Yeah, um, it's frustrating almost. Yeah. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, it also tells us too when stuff happens like that. It's like make sure you make a good impact with people or an impact at all, even if it is negative too. Hopefully, it's not. But I would hope that anybody in my life that had came across, you know, just passerbys in life, that they thought I was an okay guy or somewhat of a decent person. But there were many years too, 10, 15 years ago that were really blurry to me, but I probably didn't have the most positive effect on people. You know what I mean? I had in my brain, let me just hit you with this level with you real quick. I had in my mind as I was going from places to places to places all the time, I had in my mind that if I can just not be an a hole, if I can just not be a jerk at all, that would be my mission. But life doesn't work that way. There's somebody out there, most certainly somebody out there, that you had a negative effect on their life, and they probably still think that. You know what I mean? it doesn't say that you were a bad person, but you just made bad choices, and those choices affected other people. Unfortunately, they were casualties. You know what I mean? And yeah, kind of sucks sometimes because there's people I wish I could go back and say, hey, you know what, you can't tell anybody, hey, I'm a different person now, but you can definitely show them. You know what I mean? You can definitely show them that you changed, you turned a new leaf, you changed your attitude, and yeah, and time heals all wounds. That's for sure. That's a fun lick. Yeah, it's fun. Like what you said? Oh yeah, bro. Stuff happens. I figured out. People are not fictional characters. Yeah, they're bad, good people, but mostly that is influenced by their actions. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. I agree. Uh, you can't know if someone is good or bad if you haven't seen them do good or bad things. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. Well, at some point too, you know what to look out for. You know, and when you're getting a little bit older, you start to see the same pattern. It's all patterns. You know what I mean? So even though you see those patterns with other people, you say, "Oh, I know what to stay away from," and stuff. Well, there are patterns that you have. There are patterns that you carry that people are looking out for too. You know what I mean? Just make sure your patterns are good. Hopefully, kind of about what? Kind of about the quantity. Yeah, real for real. The more things bad you do, the worse. Yes, the worse you are. Yes, you just have to make the less bad decisions possible. You'll never be perfect. No, and no one is. No one is, and no one should ever think that they're perfect. Too. That's what we have. Oh, that we have a bad, almost an epidemic of people that think they are perfect. They look perfect. They act. They think they're perfect. They think they're God's gift. They're not. They're just human beings, flesh and bone, like everybody else. The way of the flesh, bro. You like metal, right? Check out that album, The Way of the Flesh, by Gojira. Yeah, listen to that album. You'll be a better person for that. Flying helicopter. Oh yeah. Hey, we go that. You'll never believe what I did today, dude. First thing, looping, dude. Oh yeah. What album? Oh, it's called The Way of the Flesh. Oh wait, The Way of All Flesh. I think it's called The Way of All Flesh, not The Way of the Way. All yeah, The Way of All Flesh by Gojira. But Gojira stands for Godzilla. Yeah, Gojira is a great band, but I'd like to learn some more Gojira stuff. I'd also learn to like some Opeth. I'd like to get into them. I haven't gotten into them. I'd really like to get into Opeth, but that's a long journey. Um, Mastodon is another one I'd really love to get into. Haven't really got into them yet. Yeah, Gojira. I've gotten into Gojira, but I haven't figured a lot of the stuff out. But bands that I'd actually like to enjoy getting into, it takes me a minute. I'd have to like really get in. I have to get pumped about it. Very, very experimental. Yeah, what? Opeth? Kind of Rush. Yeah, Rush is another one. I love Rush. I grew up with Rush. My dad was a huge Rush guy. Um, but once again, don't know a whole lot of their songs. Got to get into that stuff. I've had this idea, and I need to just do it. Is pick a band for about a week, maybe two, and figure out at least their popular songs. You know what I mean? So say at Rush, for instance, like listen to all their stuff, pick out like I don't know Tom Sawyer, YYZ, pick out those songs, Limelight, and just know them that get them under my fingers, just know them. Same with yeah, anything really. The stuff I know pretty well, and I don't even know a whole lot of this stuff. Was Primus. That kind of stuff. Oh, I like Primus. Yeah, I love Primus. Yeah, I love Primus. Primus is coming back, dude. Led Zeppelin going back on tour this year. He's gonna be with the Lennon guy again, and I'm not sure. So many people have tried to get me into that, and I'm just like, I don't know. If I see him live, and if they change my mind on it, then sure. I just there comes a level of like pretentiousness with some bands that it just turns me off. And that Lennon dude is one of them. Not saying he's an awful guy or anything. I just get that sort of that haunty, snootsy, snootsy vibe from that dude. I like that band, Animals as Leaders too, right? Animals as Leaders was a great band, right? I seen this dude coming out with some like I don't know, real pretentious stuff, dude. I don't like that stuff. I'm not an ego guy. I don't like ego a lot. There's some good healthy ego, but then there's this poopy little turd Ferguson ego. I don't like that. Oh my god, my leg. You heard of Dying Fetus, bro? Yeah. Before? Yeah. Dying Fetus is weird. They're brutal. Definitely. They're right up there with like cattle decapitation. And, yeah, they're sick with it nasty, bro. Excuse me. Sean Beasley, the bassist, is the first pick user, I actually look up to learn for the bass. Really? Yeah, a lot of that metal stuff is good for pick. Okay. I have a good bass pick somewhere in my arsenal. I don't know where I went off to, but oh, here we go. Oh, never mind. Well, this pick right here is pretty good. This is a see that? That's a two. That's a two, bro. 2.0 millimeter thermometer. This thing is. Look at this. The thicky, bro. Thicky. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you got to be really tight with picks, bro. At least my experience, because usually people don't like basses. I like picks with basses. I'm not a pick player though. I like some pick basses are great. I think I'm not biased when it comes to that. But you either have like you have two lanes. Either a finger guy or a pick guy. And I learned with my fingers and my hands. So a lot of guys when they learn, especially when they're early learners and stuff, and they pick up a pick, that's their go-to all the time. Like Jason Newsted, he was a pick player, right? He's one of the most fantastic bass players, in my opinion, my humble opinion, for metal. I just figured, there's just so much you can do with your hands. Why not whatever you can with that? Tapping. I used to think tapping was the coolest thing ever. I don't do it a whole lot now, but yeah, tapping's fun too. I think it's because you see a bassist using only fingers, and then when you see a pick user, you kind of look at them like they're cheating or something. Yeah, kind of. I kind of look at it like they're not going all the way. You know what I mean? I think they could get a lot more out of this. There's something about that. You know what I mean? There's something that you know what I mean. It has more balls. Pick is like it's just too tinny. You know what I mean? But there's guys that can do pick stuff really really good, and especially in metal. Yeah, you got that. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Doing this technique, the double thumb thing, and that's all Victor Wooten. If you know who Victor Wooten is, that's all Victor Wooten. Let it be known it's a Victor Wooten thing, the double thumb, this thing here. That you hit the same. You can either hit the same string or that right there. that. I've been trying to work on that. And you do it on the same string. I'm popping that and popping that. Pop, 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 like that. But first I'm doing this. This one. That. And I do like the whole tone scale. It gets hard, man. And it's all like this and this. But the thing that kind of really gets me the most, I'll freeze up, is like keeping your fist all clenched up like that. Yeah. Aches. Bro alone sounds like a whole band. Nice. There was this thing I picked up too from some metal guy a long time ago on YouTube, and it was something like this tapping thing. It was sick as fuck. So it's like this. And when you speed it up, you gotta go slow with it though. Get those two first. And then you get the next two. But it's really hard, especially pinky. Weak. With this, boom, boom. You gotta really get in there. I know the guy. Oh yeah. Insane death metal machine. Probably. I don't know, maybe. No, this guy's name was something else. We're talking like 18-year ago YouTube. I forgot what band he was in. He is in a band like something creation, beyond creation, or something like that. A total nut bar. See if I can do it. Probably help if I was on my neck pickup. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's insane. That sounds awesome. Dude, my walls are shaking right now. Try not to play so loud sometimes. When other people are in my house, I have a housemate. I don't want to blast them all. Mark. Oh yeah, Mark King. Mark King is a ripper, dude. Mark King is a ripper, man. He's like, yeah, yeah. He's not. He's not. Yeah, yeah. Level 42. Yeah, yeah. There's another guy too from that era. Level 42. Yeah. There's another guy from that era too. He was in a band, like a one-hit wonder band like that in the 80s. His name is something Tony Franklin, I think his name is Tony Franklin. That dude's rad as fuck, dude. He's another. He can do like fretless stuff. And the ultimate guy is what's the guy from Duran Duran? He was Duran Duran, and oh, I forgot his name is. I can't think right now. The bass player for Duran Duran. That guy's a bass player, bro. He exploded his thumb from slapping. Oh no. Did he really? Or are you just joking? Yeah, he has a nut bar. Lewis Johnson was probably one of the best slap guys I've ever seen in my life, or that ever was. Johnson brothers, Lewis Johnson. Yeah, he was like bop, 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 bop. There's an older video from the '80s where his hands, he had humongous hands. He was just like gaga, 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 going all nutty. Back in the '80s, bro. Yeah, like that stuff. Those guys knew how to play. You either knew how to play or you just didn't. Two people are too afraid to play today. Then he created a little rubber thingy. Yes, right, right, bro. You know your shit, bro. What's your main style? Like jazz or something like that? Um, mm, I would say the lanes that I stay the most in are probably rock and metal, you know, probably along the lines of that stuff. Not a jazz guy. I wish I kind of was more into that world, but and maybe someday I will. I do appreciate a lot of that stuff. Theoretically, from a theoretical standpoint, I could do better. I'll just put it that way. I could probably do better. But I like more experimental music. There's this band right now that are kind of like the best band right now. They're called Angine du Patrine, and that's just my American French. I can't say their name very well, but it's Angine de Patrine, and they're incredible. Two people, two guys, one guy, and they wear these paper mache masks. They're all covered up. They're what do you call that? Inconspicuous or whatever. They're like covered up. They're like a mask band, like a gimmick. But yeah, they're all covered up. You can barely see them, and they wear like all these polka dots. But their music is incredible. They play microtonal music, and the guy has this guitar. He has a double neck guitar. The bottom is a bass, the top is a guitar, and all the frets look like these from the top. They're all super tight, small. So you have like an E, then you have like an E half sharp, and then a D, and then a D half sharp. Yeah, it's crazy. And but they're really fusiony jazz, experimental, clanky, skronky. They're cool. They're really cool. The music is cool. I think it's cool. But I like stuff. I like Buckethead. I like weird stuff. Hell yeah. Yeah. And Jean Duplatrin. They're cool. They're way cool. I was at a record store today called Zia Records. In Arizona here, we have this place called Zia. ZIA, Zia Records. And it's a used music store, bookstore. And I was in there today looking for some on Jean Duplatrin. I even asked them, and they're like, "No, we haven't heard of that." God dang, dude. But they're super. Yeah, they're getting super popular right now. I enjoy their stuff. Peak time, and their stuff is super. You can't. It's very hard to uh, mimic. It's very hard to because they play with the different stuff. But yeah, back to the jazz thing, man. I got to be really into like. There's been moments where, like, times in the past where I've gotten like all I've listened to is jazz for like a month on end or whatever. Just like get into it, you know. So I like to listen to it. It's cool, but it's just not my. It doesn't get me hard, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've been noodling for a little while, man. It's been great talking to you, bro. Hella lady, hella lady. I suck at music overall, but I still love it. Yeah, me too. You know, I'm like, I'm kind of like that same way. Sometimes, now this season right now, within the last year, I've been getting back into music. I was in a band, a really horrible experience with this band 2 years ago. Really put me off. I was just like, that's it. I don't know why. I just my heart wasn't in it. I just felt like a failure. I didn't. No, that's it. And now I like to go on here live and practice because I was practicing on my own, but then I have this YouTube channel just sitting there. So I thought, well, let's just do something with that. And I like going on here live and meeting new people like yourself and talking to music and make my channel more about that. And then practice and noodle around and do what I enjoy, do what I like to do. I really have a hard time trying to fit in someone else's box, you know. Yeah, that's cool, man. For real, for real. Yeah, with that said, man, I think I'm gonna bounce up out of here. I gotta go to work in shortly. There's this band at work playing tonight. They're a jam band. They're called Pink Talking Fish. They're like a cover band, I think, and they do covers of Talking Heads, Pink Floyd, and Fish, the band. So we'll have to see what that's all about. So hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, brother. Good talking to you, bro. We'll catch you on the next one, all right? Peace out, brother.